I don't know why so many argue against this, but days of non-simultaneous PlayStation releases are nearing their end. Said end won't be tomorrow, but with every year, we get closer and closer. Last year, the success of Helldivers 2 pushed the company to admit it would be releasing live service titles everywhere all at once. Tomorrow, there will be some other game that will cause Sony to rethink its strategy yet again. I have a PlayStation 5, but I generally wait for game releases on my Windows PC. They're coming, so why not wait for them on my preferred platform? Sure, some absolute bangers might come out, but what first-party titles have there been on PlayStation that haven't come to PC as well? For 2025, we have Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yoti, both sequels that have already seen their predecessors come to PC. In the case of Death Stranding, Kojima Productions even launched it on Xbox for the added income. While Sony has said they'll continue to release single-player games on PlayStation first, at what point do they experiment with one of those as well? When they do, what happens if it's a massive success? Sony has changed course multiple times already. Going back to Horizon Zero Dawn, it initially reached 56,000 concurrent players on Steam and was a decent success for Sony. However, Uncharted and The Last of Us Part 1 struggled by comparison. The issue with these launches comes down to a few factors, like performance and replayability, but there's one noticeable difference that can't be ignored: the launch timetable. Uncharted took years to come to PC, where anyone who wanted to play either already had or, by that time, lost interest. The Last of Us Part 1 was a remaster of a game that was a decade old. PC gamers are used to upgrading their own experiences through mods or free updates. Why pay for something that's generally free? Unless you can get it cheap on a site like CD Keys or Green Man Gaming like I did for Horizon Zero Dawn. It's not just game development costs going up, marketing costs are going up too. If you're spending literally tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars on marketing efforts, to obtain the best return on that investment is to ensure your game is everywhere all at once, cutting through the zeitgeist, generating conversations, and busting social media algorithms. If you launch your games on one small corner of the overall industry pie, increasingly, publishers are realizing they're simply hurting themselves. Square Enix and various other major publishers, who previously sought platform exclusivity deals, are famously now rejecting them. PlayStation manages to make more money on other platforms every year than it did the previous year. In 2024, I would bet they almost reached $1 billion, if not over. In the pursuit of higher profits and better margins, it only makes sense to continue tightening that release schedule until the day and date PC launch become the norm. Trust me, it's closer than you think. What do you think? Is Sony growing closer to day and date on PC? What about games coming to other platforms like Nintendo Switch 2 and Xbox Series XS? Let us know below in the comments.